This is gonna be awesome, yo.
It is gonna be awesome, yo! We are in Huntington, West Virginia. It's Manic Monday. Manic Monday, Kurt.
You are looking live at Huntington, and
At the TFTB Center.
Once again, plenty of parking, so come on down to the show.
It is quite a drive over there on the left-hand side. If you look at that guy speeding down the expressway away from the TFTB
Yeah, I gotta wonder why the interstate is that wide open. Oh my God! Look out! Whoa! Woo! That was a close one.
I still can't hear this fucking announcer. I would imagine he's saying this match is scheduled to go as long as it does until it's done, and
scheduled for no falls.
No,
now, Alex, I have the advantage here because as I have not been given a headset,
yes,
I can hear what he's saying.
Oh!
And it was exactly what you just said.
That is an advantage. Now, coming out of the gate here, won a title match from Roddy Piper, and he won the Commission's Rumble.
A true rags to riches story, as you have pointed out.
Dwayne Johnson.
A little known thespian from the poor streets of Hollywood has made it all the way out here to the gilded arena in Huntington, West Virginia, to make his mark, to make his way. And we do hope he can earn enough money to finish that tattoo. He can only afford one side of his torso.
Do you think eventually that bull will be encompassed? We did make mention of how it was weird that he fought Black Taurus. And here comes our champion.
Oh, good night, Irene. We are not wasting any time getting to the goods in this episode.
Look at this. He's jaw-jacking with someone in the audience already.
Yeah,
Clearly pissed off about something.
I have to say I am a little surprised here. Most of the times when Roddy comes out, turn down that car alarm. Most of the time when Piper comes down, he is a man of the people. He is all smiles and just soaking it in. But he's looking pretty annoyed tonight, like maybe he was not able to get his parking validated and did not realize there were so many spaces.
Oh, that's cute. I see someone on the stands who has a sign for the Rock fella. Isn't that cute? I never would have thought that.
It's nice to see the lesser-known wrestlers get some of that fan support. Maybe that's why Piper is pissed. I've heard of Piper's pissed, but what about Piper's pissed?
Still jaw-jack. Oh, he's pointing right at that Rock sign out there.
Yeah, he's calling it out.
Obviously taking umbrage with the fact that this Huntington, West Virginia crowd is taking a shine to this challenger.
Normally the crowd is all about the Usos, but wow, they are still heavily represented. Dwayne
A. Rock Johnson.
He is A. Rock.
Like a Rock, you would have thought he would have come out to that. Well, we can't afford the song.
Nobody can afford that. No. The Seeger, it is just out of our range. Now, do you think he's related to Ad Rock from the Beastie Boys? Or?
Absolutely, he is. Much like Screech Dustin Diamond is related to. Who is it? Mike D. Mike D.
He is Mike D. And I don't want to pull away from the action here, but I have heard rumors that he is talking about forming a supergroup with Paul Pfeiffer, a.k.a. Marilyn Manson, but you'll all learn about that later on. It's not my news to break, I guess is what I'm trying to get at.
Handing the title over to Donna. Donna showing the title over to Mr. Johnson.
This, I have never seen such a thorough belt inspection before a match.
You got to know what you're getting into, Kurt. You got to know what you're getting into.
Now, that does raise an interesting possibility. Maybe you come out to defend a belt, you lose, but guess what? You won the wrong belt because I brought out a fake belt, and I'm still the champ.
I could see that happening. Wow. He's straight out of the box. That actually didn't make any sense. Straight out of the gates, a little bit hot, going straight for Roddy Piper's neck. His weakest point, as you know.
We have said time and time again, the top part of the neck is where you got to focus on if you want to hope to compete with Piper.
Is the top part of the neck the head?
I'm going to leave that up to medical science to answer. It isn't. Somebody hit Quora or whatever that shit. Oh! Conversely, the people's elbow is getting worked over.
The people's elbow, not a move I've ever heard of. Is that a signature move of Mr. Rock here?
Well, I don't know. I just made it up actually because this is just a
no ground and pound, just pound.
Just pound. Just like guess what? Both these fists work.
This is what happens when you step in the ring with the champ. You better be ready to play.
Now, I don't want to criticize someone's fashion choices, but Piper's trunks are looking pretty generic.
Yeah, you know, for a while he was rocking those plaid shorts, and then by the commissioner's request, he stopped wearing them. I think because they were just distracting more than anything. Rock taking care of Piper here, throwing him over the top rope on that is in the top part of the neck there. Again, working that upper part of the neck.
A German rope flip, and that is, as we all know, that is designed to disable someone from the neck down.
I haven't trusted a German rope flip since flimp. That's
It
not
is
even a real
flimp.
word.
Well, in German it is.
Ah,
Der Flimpen is what
Der
they call that move.
Flippen. Now, The Rock is, you know, he's a stranger to the outside of the ring. You know, the only match we've ever seen him in is the Royal Rumble, which takes place entirely in the ring, Kurt.
Whoa.
Well, until you lose.
Well, and this, you know, in previous episodes I have commented, I do think a lot of the contestants in the Royal Rumble have been and remain confused, and they seem to think that every match should involve throwing somebody over the rope. That doesn't do anything. I mean, it does something, but, you know, it doesn't win the match.
Whoa!
Oh.
Big spine buster by The Rock here. I'm a little bit concerned about the champ. Oh, going for the pin.
This could be
One.
it.
You think?
A
Two.
medium count? No. Well, I guess, you know, my thinking was it's a fake belt. He wants to get out of here to show, you know, to show the trick he's pulled on everybody. So the sooner he gets pinned, the sooner everybody can say what a smart guy this guy is. But, you know, that's just a theory.
It is a theory, but, you know, most of the time, theory is what we have to go on at first. So I'm going to subscribe to your theory. Do you have a pamphlet or a brochure that I could take home with me?
Wow, never has the beauty of the scientific method been explained so succinctly.
So I'm very impressed with The Rock so far. You know, one thing that's, and it's, I guess it's a little strange to talk about it now, but as Piper is getting the boots laid to him, it's, well, thank God this changed course because now it is relevant to what I'm talking about. You know, Piper, by far the most dominant person in the entire IGPWF so far.
There is nobody who even has half the number of total victories that Piper has, and it's just a testimony to his commitment, his dedication. But again, this is a new Piper we're seeing. This
What
is
the hell?
Whoa, a frog leap from... you know, if I did that, both my hammies would just be done forever.
Big superplex by Piper. He's going to pin him. This could be it.
Yeah,
I don't
I mean,
think
this
no
has
one's
gotta
getting
be
up.
it,
Yeah,
right?
1, 2.
Oh, I am surprised. This, you know, maybe this guy took some acting classes on Playing Dead, and now he's faking us all out, because I thought that was it.
He's using the method acting for a formidable opponent.
Wow. My mind is melting inside my brain. Because now I'm like, maybe he's not even wrestling. It's all just method acting. But what is the difference between good method acting wrestling and just wrestling?
The answer is no.
I thought you were going to say the answer is B.
Going for the pin here, too.
Another near fall.
It's a near fall. Piper measuring The Rock for what can only be probably his finisher here. Going for the big sleeper.
Now, this might be the sure shot.
I'm not
Rock
sure where
Jr.
Donna is looking here exactly, but...
She seems to be ordering some kind of hoagie from a vendor out in the crowd.
DoorDash!
And once again, I thought the ref had signaled it was over, but she did it.
That bit. You know, I finally cracked the code on that. Going for... Oh! Wow! That's something you don't see out of the Hollywood actors these days.
Yeah, it is not. And I have watched a lot of episodes of Saved by the Bell.
Yes, you have, and you've been court ordered to stop doing it, but damned if you are going to stop.
Hey, you can't tell a fish to not drink water, you know what I'm saying?
Well, because it's all he's surrounded.
Well, because it's like, what else is he going to drink? Coke?
That's one of my favorite jokes that Don does is if he wants people to drink beer and they'll be like, no, I'll have some water. He goes, are you sure? Because fish fucking that.
Oh, well, the facts are the facts. The fish facts are the fish facts.
The fish facts are fish facts, and I tell you what, these two aren't fucking, but they're having a fucking great time. Oh my god. Oh my god!
Technically, I do think fish lay eggs and then the males just release a cloud to...
Yeah, the truth is no fish fucking
they don't have intercourse, but whatever, this is not...
This is
science! Tonight's theme is science. That's what I'm gathering so far. And we are seeing the science of wrestling coming from this scrappy guy in here.
Yeah, and if Don wanted to commit to the bit, he could say something like, you know, mammals fucking that. Because, you know, we were talking about dolphins.
Yeah.
Dolphins fucking that.
I mean...
Another big spine buster by A-Rock. Hey, wait, A-Rock? I-Rock? Is there some sort of connection? Look at this. The Rock taking a breather.
About to eliminate.
And now he's done with his breather, taking a moment to
Now, I don't like this.
This is bad. This is why he's not the champ.
He does not have a whole lot of experience in the ring. He needs to focus on getting the W. But he's just... Well, but there you go. This is the Hollywood mentality. Just showboating to the crowd.
It's not working.
It's all about me, me, me. And Piper has said, hey, I've been in some movies. I don't need to deal with this shit.
I tell you what, Piper is having some trouble getting back into second or third gear. I don't know, fourth gear, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely this match is taking a toll on him. I think it's going longer than he ever thought it would.
It is longer than I thought it would go, but having failed driver's ed, I have no idea what gear he's in. Suffice to say, it's all going in reverse right now.
Throwing him into the corner.
Is that another rock sign out there?
Yeah, you know,
Wow.
this plucky upstart has gained quite a following. It's quite shocking.
I mean, you know, just like in real life, people love a rock. What can I say?
Yeah, I mean, I would have gone, if you were going to call yourself A-Rock, I would have gone with Dwayne Pet Rock Johnson. Because then you're cashing in on all that sweet Pet Rock action.
That makes a lot more sense from a branding perspective.
That is, I believe he calls that a rock bottom. This is going to be over. We're going to have a new champion. What are we going to do, Kurt?
Oh my God, a near fall. Now, of course, Rock Bottom, named after the Kiss song from 1975's Dress to Kill. I think we all know that.
No, I had no idea. Was there? I had no idea there was even a Kiss song called Rock Bottom.
Oh, it's also on Alive for, you know, whoever out there is wanting to listen. But now let me ask you this.
Yes.
So he's a rock.
He is a rock.
It's hard for me to believe that he has survived multiple invasions from the United States Armed Forces and is still here to act and wrestle. You know?
Well, speaking of American invasion, that is a Russian leg sweep there on the floor. And we're going to take a quick break here. No flipping. We got more action. Kurt, tell us about Thanks for the Bumps.
Well, thanksforthebumps.com offers a variety. Oh, we're back!
I tell you what, I know something Thanks for the Bumps doesn't do. Make T-shirts.
Oh, my God. Let me tell you what. I appealed the suspension and was denied thoroughly and sent them a hate-filled letter and have not heard back from them since.
I tell you what, you know, kayfabe aside, I was a little shocked. There were many designs that were not even close to being an issue on there, so fuck them.
Oh, none of them, yeah.
Fuck them 7 times.
And I pointed out to them, I could search on any number of terms and find trademark violations all over the place, so what are you talking about? Anyway.
Back to the action. Another ground and pound from Piper. He's a, take this back to Hollywood, you acting piece of shit. That's what he's saying.
Now I saw his lips moving. That was exactly what he said.
That's the thing is these days you have to just call someone a piece of shit. You can't say, you know, I can't say, oh, you Hollywood foo-foo type or you Hollywood liberal elites. You know, I don't want to trigger anyone.
Yeah, you latte drinking, whatever.
Exactly.
You know, you can't say that anymore.
You what's the grass that you wheat grass drinking?
Oh yeah, you arugula eating.
You sushi. See, because I love sushi.
Oh, I love sushi.
God,
yeah.
I could really go for some sushi.
That's something we need at the TFTB Center.
Food.
There's like any food, yes. Especially because again, you know, I think the hot dog smell has gotten so strong I don't even notice it anymore, which is an oxymoron. But here we are, you know.
It is. I'm not sure how, but another spine buster. That is 3 spine busters that A-Rock has put on Roddy Piper.
And this might be it. I am shocked at what we were seeing.
I'll be honest. I don't know how I would deal with The Rock being our champion or A-Rock being our champion. This Hollywood actor. Does that mean we'd have to move TFTB Studios to LA?
Well, I mean, I do hear it is nice this time of year. That would be almost unthinkable. I don't know the answer to your question. I do think this match is taking on the contours of what we've seen many times on this show, which is somebody issues an open challenge and gets way more than they bargained for. But that's not the case here. This was a scheduled and sanctioned match ahead of time.
Just straight up punch The Rock in the face.
Yeah, he just punched him in the head. It's like, I mean, at this point, like, let's see what sticks, right?
Oh.
And these guys, you know,
wow.
I'm worried about their energy levels. They are up for this, but let's check in with them a half hour later.
I'm impressed about not only their conditioning, but the fact that both of them are just completely rocking a 6-pack. That's in this day and age, as far as I know, that's completely fucking impossible.
In a world where you can get queso on your Chipotle burrito, it is almost impossible to have a 6-pack. But here we are.
Oh my god! And there's a goddamn Krispy Kreme on 14th Street now. And what the fuck am I supposed to do with it? Oh my god! Right over in Kohai.
What is it coming to?
And for those of you who are not, or actually, I did. Have you ever looked at our no kayfabe? Have you ever looked at our data of where most of our views come from?
Sometimes I do, but it's every couple of weeks I take a look.
We're huge in India.
We are huge in India. I do not understand.
So shout out to all of our watchers out in India. You don't know what Kohai is? It's sort of like a way we. Oh, look at. Is this another?
Where is he getting the calf strength to frog leap up to the top rope like that? That is incredible.
I mean, I'm in shock that this is Piper showing us some new stuff. You know, when you're faced with an opponent of a caliber that you are not ready for, I guess you got to pull out some of the new stuff.
They call that the Piper diaper.
The Piper diaper. Going for the sleeper again.
Oh. Now this is a move that has been quite effective for Piper in a number of matches, although it's possible that it's just
every match.
Confusion. Yes, he has won pretty much every match with a submission hold. But again, maybe it's and The Rock says,
not today.
Not today, Satan. Not to steal your catchphrase, but hey.
It's fine. If you say it once, then I can use it again later.
Nice. Well, that's interesting.
Big suplex by The Rock. I can't believe it. Another was that the first? No, that's the second rock bottom. Donna with the count.
But Piper says, I am going to rock and roll all night. Thank you very much.
Hey, don't step on that. I got a thing coming later. The Rock and Roll Express got a big tag match later.
Consider it stricken from the record.
Oh, hey. By the way, no flipping. We got more action after this break.
Well, Alex, I would like to talk to you about wrestling cryptids. They are a menace that continues to plague our society.
Something you can still order from thanksforthebumps.com.
Oh, and we are back!
Piper taking the Rock, A-Rock, back into the ring, and now he's going to take a little bit of a breather himself.
I have to admit, I got so paranoid after we got shut down our store got shut down that I was looking at Instagram all the time to make sure somehow our account was not totally deleted or something like that.
I think the likelihood that the Instagram gets shut down is probably zero.
There's zero reason why it would happen unless there's a litigious Sid Vicious out there.
Well, very clearly, if we got, if I had to, I hate to point fingers, it was probably RJ City. RJ City is probably who turned us into Redbubble, and I don't want to call him out, but it was him.
If he didn't turn us in, he should come on the show and prove it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Now, The Rock here, I am getting more. Oh, big drop kick! I didn't even know the man could get off his feet. I'm getting a little bit concerned about the title picture for the IGPWF. This is I did not expect this. I thought this was going to be a walk in the park for our champion.
I did think it would be maybe not a full squash. What on earth?
It's the sharpshooter. Donna.
Did you just make that up?
No, that's it's a real move name. I swear to God.
I'm not buying it.
Look
to
at
me,
this.
That looks like a German calf cruncher. But
you're kind of near a real move name at that point, but it's all right.
The GCC, that's fine. When you have an encyclopedic knowledge of wrestling moves like I do, you know all the subtle nuances between the different moves.
You don't see the big atomic drop like that as much as you used to.
Well, ever since that Chernobyl miniseries aired, people are very sensitive about anything related to nuclear power in the wrestling world.
I would like to give The Rock some props for going for the pin after the arm drag there. The arm drag known as a finisher throughout the universe. Another rock bottom.
I think he thought maybe the arm drag Piper would be so surprised by it that he could sneak in a pin there.
I'm not trying to throw any shade at Donna, but that was a bit of a slow count.
Yeah, I actually have thought Donna has done a pretty good job with the steady medium count throughout the match, but that was as slow as that one WWE ref that we get sometimes on loan.
Well, maybe she's showing her loyalty to the IGPWF, and for that we thank her. We say salute.
Salute. Because the penalty for not being loyal is death, so it's just a good strategy, folks.
My hope is that this match ends somewhat soon because I am out of a beverage and I would like a refill.
I also could use a refill and a bathroom break.
But this is going to keep going. I'm impressed that Piper continues to pound the shit out of A-Rock's face and hasn't lost patience with.
If there's one thing you could say,
like
it's just a slap to the head. Take this back to your, Academy of the Arts and Sciences.
Oh my God!
But if there's one thing you could say in Piper's credit,
now watch this. Watch this. I think we might see. Look. She's waving. There, she called for the bell. Now, when she does that, that's calling for the bell.
But she did. A stunning win. But she did the wave ahead of time. I don't understand.
So let's go through the replay here. Kurt, take us. What do we see?
Okay, we have a German head contorter. Then we have a German ankle twist.
I think those two pile drivers on the outside might have had something to do with
I don't
the
know what that phrase even means.
His upper neck is
Now,
swollen.
here we see a Swedish clampdown. Now, this is a very rare move, but I do know that Piper has spent a lot of time lately listening to Scandinavian black metal, so he probably picked up some tips from here.
Well, hopefully he doesn't do some sort of ritual killing or some sort of murder-suicide pact.
Time will tell.
No offense to anyone who's a fan of Piper who might be watching, especially his children. Hey!
Hey!
It's the Huntington, West Virginia TFTB Center, and it's Manic Monday.
Well, that was an exciting match. I don't know if we're going to be able to top it. Well, yes, we are.
The Rock and Roll Express versus the Mulkeys. So the Mulkeys, not exactly tearing it up so far.
I think they were just confused in the previous episode about just the concept of being a tag team. That was kind of my takeaway.
It was not. There was definitely seemed to be a disconnect between like when your partner's pinned, you're supposed to come in and break up the pin. That is sort of a fact of life. And now here we see Robert and Ricky just making short work of, I believe that is Bill Mulkey on the outside, who just rolled to take a breather.
Just like last. Well, now he's having some sort of seizure. I am concerned.
No, we did.
Oh my! It's not going well. But maybe the Mulkeys are trying to show us a better way, Alex. Maybe the Mulkeys are saying,
why fight?
In the that's even broader than I was just thinking. Maybe they're like, the rules are the rules. Whoever the legal man is, that's the only guy who's allowed to be in there. But yeah, maybe they are like all this. What is all this German suplexing even getting us at this point?
I mean, why? Instead of self-immolation,
Immolation, yes.
Yeah, just get your ass kicked by a couple of rednecks. No offense to Robert and Ricky, they are wonderful people. Redneck is actually a compliment.
Yeah, because I hear one of them is going to come after you and murder you if you cross him.
Well, that's the funny thing is like as big a losers as Randy and Bill are on the wrestling circuit, like much like every wrestler that we've ever met. Once you actually meet the smaller wrestlers, you're like, oh my God, you're actually giant too.
You're huge. You are huge. Yeah, that was my takeaway from my trip to LA last year, where I was like,
oh, hi, Jack.
Dude.
Jesus.
I hope I have not offended you in any way.
So, you are like a man.
Well, once again, though, we see the Mulkeys. The only way they can even find the ring at this point is if somebody from the other team throws them back in there. Bill, is it Bill or Randy? Either way, he is unconscious outside on the mat.
It is a Mulkey, and now the classic, Kurt. Count it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4,
6. That's not my strong suit.
H-double-R.
Beastie Boys.
There. Oh my God.
Now the rumor has it. The Rock and Roll Express, they have their own bona fides in the music world. The Mulkeys were also former members of the Beastie Boys, but they were kicked out for being too hardcore. That's what I heard.
Yeah, when they were the punk band, the Mulkeys were...
They were too...
They were the backbeat.
Too street punk, yeah.
Just too much going on. Too much going on. Robert Gibson making short work of one of the Mulkeys, and now the other Mulkey just kind of slowly climbing to his feet. I do appreciate the fact that even though they're jobbers, they're wearing like satin tights.
They put a lot more effort into their trunks than Piper did tonight. I will say that for them.
Hey, that's our champion you're talking about. Big double.
Oh, Donna, I think she's out. She was reading the signs. She was looking the total other way.
Well, when you have Ricky and Robert in there, you can't help but be distracted.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I hear you, but that's that.
We got the replay coming up, Kurt. Take us through it.
Once again, the replay is going to be longer than the match somehow, and right here we're set the tone. It's all over. I talked to the Mulkeys ahead of time, backstage before the match, and I said, "What do you want? What are you even trying to get out of this at this point?" And they said, "We're just trying to get bus fare to get home." And they only live like 2 blocks from the arena. That's the thing. This isn't like a Greyhound situation.
So they didn't even make the 2 1/4.
They did not make it. Nope.
That's tough. Well, maybe next week. I think next week they have a match coming up with Demolition. I'm sure they'll make at least a couple bucks from that, so they'll probably be able to get home after that match.
I would hope so. That's the true tragedy of our Redbubble store being shut down. Is the Mulkeys are not seeing any. That was their only source of income.
What did I text you? I was like, hey, listen, I was like, if these motherfuckers want the negative 1250 that we've spent so far,
Do you want to take on the debt
fucking
of running
send you the invoice
for the bumps?
asshole? Manic Monday.
Where positivity and pride flourish.
TFTB Center. A special shout out to that minivan pulling up to the red light. Thanks for making us stop. Terry Funk versus Black Taurus, King of the Ring qualifier. This is what people were paying for.
I'm a little sad that they are meeting this early because this is just firepower on either side. I truly do not know which way this is going to go. Either man could win in the whole thing, Alex.
That is true. I definitely feel that as well. Especially look at Black Taurus just tossing around our former champion. Now hitting him with those double horns.
Very few men or women or talking geckos can say they are a former IGPWF champion. Well, Funk is one of them.
Funk is just getting his ass kicked royally. Taurus showing us what these are the moves that brought him so close to winning the Royal Rumble.
He was
just one away.
He was one away. He eliminated a lot of people, and meanwhile, Funk, he's in a state that we call pulling a Mulkey, where he just does not even seem to know why he's here, what he's supposed to be doing. I'm surprised. I'm surprised by the former champ. It's possible, it's possible he inhaled too much of that hot dog scent in the arena.
Oh, I thought you were going to say inhaled too much glue. Because as we know, Terry Funk he loved model glue.
Is that true?
Yeah, it was one of his favorite things ever.
To get high?
Yeah, absolutely.
That does not seem like a sustainable long-term way to get high, but what do I know?
Yeah, but what the weird thing is, though, is it helps you eventually with the hardcore matches because, you've lost most of your brain. Now, here's the thing. Black Taurus really showing us something. Now, Black Taurus, he gained his entry into the tournament with the great showing with wow.
Oh.
Very nimble for a bull.
I mean, yeah, you would think that the giant head and horns would kind of mess up his equilibrium, but he is scatting and bebopping all over the place right now.
I tell you one thing that I've noticed for sure is Terry Funk has not had a lick of offense in this entire match.
He has not had one offensive move. His performance has been offensive, if you know what I'm saying.
It's definitely offensive, and especially on the special night that we had an IGPWF title match. I have to imagine the person who's going to win this tournament is going to be looking at that title, Kurt.
You would think so. And now here's a little bit of, I guess not. I thought that was an offensive move, but it turns out.
Now Taurus continues to just dominate Terry Funk, and Terry Funk, of course, getting entry into the tournament because he's a former IGPWF champion.
Of course, we're all familiar with the bylaws.
It was a hell of a reign. I can't remember. He defended against Harley Race in an open challenge. If I had to guess from memory, there was another defense in there somewhere. I don't remember.
But he famously put it on the line in an unsanctioned match in Mexico City.
That was a mistake. Lost to Psychosis also in a qualifying tournament in a couple weeks.
Now, maybe Funk is going for some kind of like shoot the moon situation where your performance is so bad, you come out somehow and win on the other side just from... Although, the Mulkeys have been demonstrating that to us for consecutive weeks, and it hasn't worked out for them. Maybe
they're saving it up for that final match. Then that's when they finally break through and they defeat Mario Mancini and Rocky King.
Oh, I would not. I'm not going to pick anybody over Eminem and RK.
Hey, I don't even want to say their two names together because that's a formidable tag team that's never going to be defeated.
It cannot lose. Meanwhile, Taurus bored with the in-ring action. He says, Let's go take it out to the people and just, dominate out here.
I think what really pissed Taurus off is he dominated Terry Funk for the better part of 5 minutes, pinned him, and only got a 1 count. That just shows you the tenacity that Terry Funk has.
The tenacity of the cockroach. He will not go away.
He's playing some Tenacious D. And I'm not talking about the greatest song that ever lived. Look at this. Finally.
Oh, here we go.
Man, now we got Comeback City, baby.
You got at least one solid head stomp in there.
Wow, and then Taurus right back into the offense. Yeah, they knocked heads.
I do not want to knock heads with a bull, okay?
Taurus continuing to dominate our former champion here, showing why he is why he's trying to get entry into this tournament.
You think if somebody sniffs a lot of the model glue, maybe there's some kind of like hidden bonus though, where you come out of like one of your glue comas. And there's just all these like cool airplanes and stuff put together.
I mean, I think the problem with huffing as a concept for getting high is that there's no good like stoner movies about huffing. The only huffing movie that I can remember is that one about Philip Seymour Hoffman, and it's really fucking depressing.
Yeah, we don't want to. Yeah, and there's no good albums either. It's not like
there's no half huffed.
Yeah, it's like Sgt. Pepper's Bag of Glue. That doesn't exist.
When I think about it, it would be if we were still young and had credibility, like in some sort of like real like grimy art way. We could make like the stoner Cheech and Chong movie, but it's like all about like doing dust off.
There you go, dust off. Yes. Sometimes I wonder if I'm still just in the back of some guy's car having a dust off induced hallucination.
If it was, I would have pissed myself at this point already.
Yeah, that's the best part about dust off, when you didn't piss your pants.
I know. When it happened to like the one guy, and you felt, well, it was Wayne Betters who.
That's right. I forgot.
Hey, Will. Hope you're listening. Man, Taurus continuing to. Oh my
God. Funk is gonna piss his pants with spotted fluid after his head was almost taken off.
Oh, that's actually called the Awful Waffle. Only a 2 count. Taurus can't believe this. He has just absolutely been dominating this, and he cannot win. Taking a moment to take in the adulation of the fans.
He seems almost as angry as Piper did. Now, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. I'm not even sure that Funk kicked out there. I think that might have just been some kind of like involuntary convulsion that just happened to kick him out of the pen.
Well, the good thing is that when Donna's on top of that stuff, she is a medical professional, and she generally knows the difference between someone's involuntary spasm and a kick out.
She's so talented.
She's multifaceted. That's why we had to get her away from the WWE.
She's like a Swiss Army knife of refereeing.
Yeah, we're not talking about the movie with Daniel Radcliffe, which is underrated, by the way.
You heard it here first.
1, 2.
Oh,
Donna was right in position on that one. I hold no ill will towards her for that.
Not at all.
But I am shocked that Taurus cannot put Terry Funk away.
I do not criticize Taurus for being a little frustrated possibly at this point. Oh!
Jeez, another awful waffle. That's got to be it.
Another German spinal compressor.
You could still use the German because Germans have waffles. You could say it was a Das Waffle.
Das Waffeln.
How do you say awful in German?
I do not know.
Back to the action. Taurus swinging him around, going for the STO. Terry Funk fighting him off.
He's like, how about a little punch to the kidney, guy?
Look at this. Big neck breaker. Grabbing him by the horns.
Oh, that is offensive to the Taurus people, I have to say.
I was not aware the Taurus were a race of people.
They are.
There you go. We learn something new every day.
A lot of people think that's a mask, but that's a real guy.
He is an anthropomorphized. Going to the outside here.
This is risky. I do not like. But then again, Taurus is like, I gotta cash all my chips in because nothing else I'm doing is working.
Was he calling for Donna to come over?
Oh, that was bad from start to finish. What was that hesitation? That was the problem.
I think that was the opening that Funk's been waiting for. I think he's been playing possum this entire time. And if there is an animal that defeats the possum every time, or if there's an animal that beats the bull, it's the possum.
Classic matchup, possum v. bull. I think you're right. Maybe Funk takes some kind of like perverse charge up out of, like, the more pain you give him, the stronger he gets.
I also would like to. Oh, look at that Rockettes-like kick.
So far, his best moves have been, here's a punch to the kidney, and here's just a boot to the head.
Why do you think Funk has a drawstring on the front of his shirt?
I have learned over the years it is best not to ask people questions like that.
Taurus continuing to, aside from a scant few moves, this has been all Taurus.
It has been all Taurus. It has been more bull than a night court convention. I don't know what I'm saying.
Can't believe they brought Night Court back, and they continue to bring back all the actors who definitely want no fucking part of that show whatsoever.
A lot of them are just like, I'm very tired. Whatever happened in Night Court? I was reading an old TV guide listing, and like Marky Post, some other lawyer was trying to marry her or something. How'd that work out for him?
First of all, I would like to shout out reading old TV guides, as one does.
Hey, this is what I bring to the table.
As one does. I don't remember which of the lawyers wanted to marry her. All I remember is that Marky Post may be the most attractive woman on the Thursday night lineup of all time.
Whoa. Shots fired. But
it's either her or Felicia Rashad.
Now, what about, and of course,
you're going to go with Rebecca, you're going to go with Kirstie Alley?
I mean, that's another strong contender. No, I'm going to throw you a curveball, and I can't remember her name.
Marsha Warfield.
The sidekick on Caroline in the City.
Oh, get out of here! That late. Well, she was quite fetching. Yeah,
come
she was,
on. What are you saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And
I
she
can't
was
remember
spunky.
her name. Yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah.
But you know, that's for all our mid '90s peeps out there. You know.
Hold
Some
on.
people say that was
I'm getting word. This Taurus has dedicated this to Caroline Ray. Oh, it didn't work out.
Sabrina the teenage. I just fell into a ditch because that's what happened.
Any excuse that you can bring up. What's his name? What's that little shit?
Oh,
Salem.
Salem, yeah. We talk all the time because Mr. Mago looks as animatronic as Salem does many times. Now look at this. Okay, only a 1 count. I was about to say Funk, after being dominated, about to steal a win.
Nah, not today, Satan. Oh, look at this. I don't know if hitting the bullhead into the turnbuckles, it's kind of like when they used to do that racist bit where they would have the Tongans hit their head into the turnbuckle. And they'd be like, oh, their heads are hard for no reason. They're just because they're Tongans.
Yeah, of course, everyone knows. I was almost going to suggest that it might feel good to Taurus, but you're right.
Funk taking a moment to...
Can I get 2 hot dogs?
Look at that. He's definitely holding up the devil. I pledge my allegiance to Satan.
Funk going full satanic here. It was bound to happen sooner or later.
Yeah, I think people just need to be more mindful of the direction they put the devil horns in. That's all. One direction means away, and one direction means towards. I'm not trying to get all heady, but that's just the way it is.
Hey, look to Ronnie James Dio if you're confused. He'll show you the way.
And that's just good life advice.
Top to bottom. You've been gone too long in the midnight sea.
What would Ronnie Dio do indeed? Rainbows for everybody. That was the name of a band he was in.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. Their first 3 albums, of course.
All right. So this is the spinning toe. All right.
I think it's like a massage at this like Black Taurus is like, keep going. Why are you stopping?
It was like the calf rub of doom.
Yeah.
The sister of the rope break.
That might have been it.
That would have been it. That would have been it.
Yeah. That was too close for comfort. Speaking of TGIF, I have no idea. When did that even air? On Tuesdays? What do you want from me?
I do like the line here. Let me use it. That's a little too close for comfort and Three's company. That doesn't.
Flawless. Just flows. Because you should just put any, like, that's a little too close for comfort and the single guy.
Hey, here we go. How about this? Oh my God, somebody call Monroe because this is a little too close for comfort.
Yes, I like it, especially because that's the only character name I can remember.
Yeah, well, those fetching glasses.
I did like the daughters.
Woo! So did they, rent an old row house out? Is that
I don't
what
know.
was going
It
on
seemed
there?
like a big place to have if you're just a cartoonist. Hey, speaking of which, this is a topic for another time I've been meaning to bring up with you.
Uh-oh.
Look, I do the research, looking in the old papers. Maybe newspapers deserve to die, because if you look at these old comics, like Herman, these guys are making fat livings, and the comics suck.
Well, the syndication.
They don't make any sense.
Yeah. I think about that a lot with comics like Garfield, and
yeah, nothing will happen, and it'll be like, that's supposed to be a joke. Oh, Garfield.
Lasagna. What's shocking about it is that I think they got paid a pretty fucking tidy sum of money.
I think they made 6 figures in 80s money.
God damn it.
I know, it was a different time.
What's the equivalent of that now? Like Bitcoin?
I don't know. We're all just hustling.
We're all just living in Black Taurus's world.
Yeah, we're all just getting beat up by a fucking scary bull man and trying to survive the match.
I am absolutely impressed with the pace of this match. The first part of it was entirely Black Taurus. The second part has been entirely Terry Funk. We're here in we'll say the final act, the third act. I'm wondering who the fuck's gonna win this, but I'm not wondering who's getting punched in the face. That's Black Taurus.
I didn't have the ability to pick a winner at the start. I'm even more confused now, and not just the pace of the match that you're talking about, but neither man has let up when they've been on offense. This has just been a sprint from start to finish.
I think Terry Funk's trying to punch the horns right off of Black Taurus here.
He might have sustained a rotator cuff injury with all the wailing on the bullhead here. Here we go.
That's got to be it. That was 4 or 5 ground and pounds in a row. Man.
Not today. Funkenstein.
The other one is what was it? Maybe this week, Geraldine.
I hope the wrestlers can hear us because we are just shitting out catchphrase after catchphrase that they could use.
Another ground and pound from Funk. You know, I mean, I have to imagine that he took it pretty personally to be dominated like that at the beginning of the match. It was kind of embarrassing for him.
And I do think he took exception to even having been entered into the tournament. I think he thought his status as a former champ meant he should automatically qualify.
Or win.
Win, yeah.
You just call him King of the Ring.
Just give me the title.
Look at this, like a tag match.
Oh, and Black Taurus is on the apron or on the mat like a Mulkey, just laying there,
pulling a full Mulkey.
A folky Mulkey, a full Mulkey.
A folky, if you will, a fulcrum monkey. You know, now we're just saying words. Terry Funk going for the big pile driver here.
This could be it, a German spine compressor.
I call this the Vax D therapy. That's a reference that only people who used to work at the video production company I used to work at would get. Black Taurus going for the it's like a Blue Thunder Fisherman Buster, if you will. Hook the leg. This is gonna be it. Oh,
I'm as stunned as you.
Funk's not going down. Funk's not going down.
Not to nitpick or correct you, but that was actually a German cyclone. But whatever, you know.
Agree to disagree.
But very few people kick out of such a move.
Do you think Black Taurus can actually finally hit a top rope move?
He did. It was risky, but
that's a rope break.
Oh, come on.
I don't even have, I mean, I can see that from here.
Over before it started.
And we're in the cheap seats.
Yeah, I do wonder why we are not allowed to sit ringside like most traditional announcing teams.
I believe we get to sit ringside for the next episode.
Is that true? Well,
for at least one of the matches.
As you have access to the commissioner and I do not, you would be privy to such information.
I am getting word, and not to drop a teaser. Well, I mean, I guess I'm literally dropping a teaser. Next week, the commission is traveling through time and space once again, and will be challenging for a new title. A new title.
This is the first I've heard of it. Must be nice. Whatever.
Big punch in the face by Black Taurus. Someone needs to wrap this up because I need another beer and a pee break. Let's get it going, folks.
It's almost like the wrestlers don't care.
Fuckers. Look at this. Submission move on the outside. That's not going to win you anything.
Is it legal? No.
Well, it's legal, but is it
okay,
ethical?
You're right.
I don't want to get into a philosophy discussion.
You're right. Let's leave the ethics out of this. Nobody came for that.
Is there true law? No one knows, but let's get inside the ring.
A German elbow drop, one of Funk's specialties.
Another of the series of punches to the face. I don't know if we don't know what's under that mask. Now Funk going to the top.
Is it a mask? It's an open question. I don't know. I do think he is some sort of hybrid bull man.
The only reason I would say no is that leather looks, I would hope that that's not his face because that looks particularly unhealthy.
Hey.
A lot of sun.
If he needs some more vitamin D. Oh, he's got too much vitamin D. That's the problem.
Too much vitamin D. That's a good t-shirt.
If only we had a forum in which to sell it.
Fucking A, man. Fuckers, they took it away from us. Why? You know what would be funny is if they sent us a bill for the rest of the money. Look at this. Funk going for a big moonsault.
I have never seen Funk that aerial.
2.
This could be it.
3.
I am shocked.
That is shocking.
Well, you know, Black Taurus had a lot of opportunities to win this match. And when we started out, it was all Taurus.
This was a close one here.
Yeah.
Kurt, take us through the rest of the replays.
Well, again, you know, it took Funk a little while to get going, sort of like an old Buick. But once he did, after several near falls, too many near falls, here you see, I mean, I've never seen Funk launch himself off the top rope like that. And who's going to stand up from that?
Nobody.
Taurus,
Terry Funk, pissed, grabbing his rope. Looking to swing it around like an angry old man, sending his soup back.
He really is kind of shuffling around like somebody who has sniffed a lot of glue. So it's all starting to make sense to me now.
I think he's swinging it. All right. We are at the we are at the TFTB Center, and we got coming up Kurt Axe versus Kurt Angle, King of the Ring qualifier.
We're still trying to find the E from Axe's name.
I know. What was happening?
Is it working?
Yeah, it was working.
Okay, I stopped talking because I thought it wasn't working.
No, it is working. Look at Axe throwing Kurt Angle down like a sack of grain.
If it sounds like I'm chewing,
It's not.
you're hearing things. I was not slipped a special Funk brand homemade glue bar on his way out of the ring.
Delicious. Maybe thanks for the bump should sell those. Tell me where I can sell those and not get get dinged for. Look at this, holding up. You know, I'm a little bit concerned about Axe. He had that marathon of a fucking match last week with the Rock and Roll Express. He can't be 100%.
You know, you can say a lot of positive things about Axe's game, but a big man like that, you worry about the stamina in general, and you're right. It was a marathon match, and then to just, out of the gate, to show off the strength like that against a competitor like Kurt Angle, you know, who's trying to make sure his head hits every single turnbuckle on the way down.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like a good strategy.
You know, and Kurt Angle obviously getting entry to this tournament. He is a contender. He's had a couple of big wins. Do you have any? I believe you have your records in front of you. Is there any win that we could throw off the top of our head? Is there anyone that he beat that you can see quickly? I can't remember anyone off the top of my head.
Sure. I could totally speak off the top of my head, and I don't have to
look up
draw
anything
anything out.
Well, I will pad in the meantime. Look at
in
this
the
Kurt
thing.
Angle over the top rope with a big tope. I believe that's a tope. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. Or actually, hell, why not? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Now, Angle was one of the earliest challengers to Piper's title belt. But, you know,
Came up short.
I think we all agree one of his signature wins when he was still accompanied by Jack Fancy was over the great George South by pinfall. That was... I think that kind of set the table for the rest of what he would accomplish in the federation. You know?
Yeah, and then there were some issues. We were having trouble remembering if Jack Fancy was actually supposed to accompany Kurt Angle to the ring. And then I think, did he have a match with Jake the Snake eventually? Jake Roberts, perhaps? I might be misremembering that.
No,
I might be having a stroke.
He has lost to Eddie Guerrero. He has defeated Finn Balor, which is
That's crazy.
pretty impressive if you think about it.
Well, Finn Balor and Booker T undefeated as a tag team.
Undefeated. And, of course, Jack Fancy has also accompanied our previous match, Victor, Mr. Terry Funk.
Yes.
So he's been sort of freelancing. But
Well, in the big splash by Axe here. This could be over.
Now
why isn't
is
he
one-
pinning him?
See, this is the problem. He's doing a move that I think is the type of move he should be doing, and then he's just going for more. Oh, I do
happening
not
here
like what is
exactly?
happening here.
Oh, I was slightly concerned that
I
we
was
might
about
be.
to say we might need to do an age verification capture or something.
Oh, look at this.
I think he probably watched that opening match from The Rock, and he's got a little taste of Hollywood. He's got the makeup. There's definitely a flamboyance there.
Well, he is covered with glitter, as I told you. I did. Look at this, Kurt Angle powering out of the.
That is just core strength right there.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed, and I don't impress easy, except when I do. Big German suplex.
That is beautiful.
Another big German suplex coming up. That's two. Going for the triple. Man, I tell you what, I think Axe might be out. That is. He looks like he's out on his feet.
The big
Or
man
out
got
on
it
his,
now, but
knees.
this might be his strategy because he's so big and heavy that Angle's expending a lot of calories trying to drag him out into some kind of place to.
Now, if you see Axe is out, now.
Oh, it is over.
Yeah, you know that tag match last week just took the took it out of him.
I think you are right. He just did not have anything left in the tank.
Kurt, take us through the replay.
Well, here you see a Canadian drop splash, which
Literally
is
called a German suplex.
I-
It's the movie. If you could say the name.
if I could quote my friend Alex, agree to disagree. You know?
It's literally the only move named German. I did.
Well, I'm gonna have to consult my encyclopedia then. Okay.
Kurt Angle, the victor, moving on to the big tournament, the big one-night tournament at March Moon Madness coming up on.
It is going to be
in
exciting.
March.
Now you know when Angle is serious is when he's got the stubble. I did not make note of that when it started, and I should have. I feel like it all comes down to whether or not he's got the facial hair going.
One of the funnier YouTube channels, and I'm sure there's more than one, but there is it's Manic Monday, everybody. Just as a reminder, Huntington, West Virginia at the TFTB Center. Hey, if you can't make it to the TFTB Center, at least come on down to the parking garage. Now, in this next match, Kurt, we have Trog and the Barbarian versus the Road Warriors. Trog and the Barbarian entering the tag scene. Trog not having a lot of luck in the single scene. now teaming up with the Barbarian, a tag specialist.
Now, the music is a little emo for these guys. I think I'm not loving their confidence. They look fierce as hell. They look like those crazy bikers in Mandy, combined with, you know it, a Cinnabite. But the body language is off here, and they do not look like they are in any hurry to get down there to face the Road Warriors. I'm not saying I blame them.
It's going to take them a minute, and I'm not saying that anyone's outfit is of any use to anyone, but at least Trog, it looks like clothes. I'm not sure what the fucking Barbarian is wearing. That doesn't actually serve any purpose whatsoever.
Yeah, it's like some scraps of leather that he's like, no, this is a vest. And we're like, no, it's not. It's just some strips of leather.
Uso fan over in the right-hand part. Big Uso fan.
But once again,
look at this. Trying to get him jacked up.
The barbed wire cuffs look fierce, but they look heavy as hell, and they're probably scratching up his arms. That's not how you want to get prepared for a match, especially not against an opponent the caliber of the Road Warriors.
That is correct. Now Barbarian cocking his head to the side like a horror movie in the mid-aughts, if you will.
I mean, he looks like a first draft of King Diamond's makeup. It's not. I don't know. I do not like their chances here.
Get ready for the Road Warriors,
especially when you compare and contrast with the football shoulder pads and the much cleaner makeup designs of the Road Warriors.
Do you think they shop at the same Spike store?
I got to imagine, especially in a town like Huntington, there's not a whole lot of options, and as we all know, and we do apologize, the downtown area pretty much closes up at 5 p.m. and you can't even get a cup of coffee. So, to answer your question, I don't know.
If you're looking for a cup of coffee at 5 p.m. in Huntington, West Virginia, what I would recommend you go is to Cheryl's Diner and order a big old cup of Sanka. That's how you do it.
That's quality stuff. Otherwise, you're going to be at Funk's place ordering the Glue Special, which is just an alley behind the arena. You don't want that.
I do feel bad that we've somehow introduced into the lexicon that Terry Funk is a glue.
I keep bringing it up.
It's a huffing glue.
Can't help myself.
Addict.
I actually pinned this on you. You should have known better.
So sorry, Terry Funk's family.
To give me a nugget of info like that.
Look at this Barbarian going straight for Hawk. Hawk going for the big suplex.
It looks like Barbarian and Hawk are wearing the exact same pants there.
Well, I believe the Powers of Pain and the Road Warriors used to shop at the same fabric center.
This is on the fabric center then. Somebody there has got to say, look, I cannot give you the exact same design that I gave Hawk and Animal.
Look at this. Hawk going to the top rope, calling for Barbarian to get up.
The confidence is overwhelming.
Going for the big shoulder block. Going to go for the pin.
This might be it.
Already.
Oh, Trog says, yes, today, Satan. That's why, because he's a demon.
Maybe next week, Geraldine. Look at that Animal just staring at Trog in a menacing way before walking off with no issue whatsoever.
I think he was pointing out that he was testing the tensile strength of the ropes, and he kind of looking to Trog to say, hey, did you see that, making sure we have a regulation match here.
Special shout out to Donna for her marathon-like performance, dealing with all the matches tonight and not disappearing in the middle of one of them.
I do hope she brought extra deodorant, because she's been out there a long time under the hot Huntington lights.
Oof, that is Trog's finisher. That is the Trog Delight, as he has referred to it.
Now, I was asking him about that backstage, and I floated the idea of calling it the Trog-a-noon Delight, but he doesn't understand our music, Alex. He's not from this dimension. He's not from this plane. I'm trying to explain the Starland vocal band to a demon from the 7th level of hell. It didn't go well. I'm going to be frank. It didn't go well.
Surprisingly, mid-afternoon sex, not the forte of demons. Demons mostly like to do it at night or in the mid-morning. Like when your breath is really bad. Like when you're like, oh, can we leave our shirts on and just get it done?
How do you know when a demon has bad breath? When he's breathing. I don't know. I was trying to come up with something cheeky, but like...
Big overhead belly to belly. Animal showing why he is the power of... It's weird that he's the power of the team of Hawk and Animal. They're both kind of the power, but Animal is the stronger of the two.
But he's not the taller of the two. I guess he's trying to compensate for something there.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about my penis.
The important thing is that he will never, ever be implicated in a sex trafficking scandal. That is what I...
Oh, mostly because isn't Animal... Aren't they both dead? Or Animal's still alive.
James
Yeah.
Laurinaitis. He
yeah.
is the WWE executive. Well, we don't have to talk about that here.
No, no.
Isn't that him?
No, that's his brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
well then I apologize.
Yeah.
I apologize to the Funk family at this time for
He
dragging
said-
him into this.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember if Animal is dead or not. Look at this overhead press slam on
The problem is
Barbarian. I forgot his name.
the
for a
problem is
second.
Barbarian with those trunks and the makeup. I thought he was beating up his own teammate there for a second. Like my problem with the Royal Rumble, you know, was like pitting teammate against teammate.
Well, they are brothers in paint, but that's oh, look at that reversal! Big power slam by Barbarian. Suddenly he's on offense. Got to imagine he's going to try to tag out here. No, not at this time.
He
Demon.
knows what Trog brings to the table, which is absolutely nothing.
Look at this. Hawk again press slamming Barbarian like it's his fucking job.
I think he's too focused on the feats of strength. You know, you can't let your opponent hang around, even if it is Barbarian and Trog.
Yeah, you can't do that right in front of Trog, or maybe you can. I don't know.
Well, because Trog just punched the air.
Now he's got to tag out. He hit my calf. I need a minute.
Ow, my calf. Yeah, he is suffering the effects of that.
Big head by Animal, showing why he is the workhorse of the Road Warriors, if you will. Now, immediately tagging out. I've had enough.
Yeah, I did one power move. My job is done.
I can't imagine why. Look at this. Hawk, big splash.
Oh.
Trog coming in before the count even starts.
And what is he? He's doing some sort of Michael Jackson-like shuffle around the ring.
Yeah, he wasn't even.
Oh.
And then tossed out like a bitch.
He has been eliminated.
Hawk throwing himself, and now Barbarian.
Yeah,
Does he
says,
win
"You know
by
what?
default?
He says the match is too imbalanced. I'm going to throw myself out of the ring. And Trog is getting more than he wants.
Ooh, Hawk going for a little more Barbarian here.
If I may, I hate to keep harping on this.
Sure.
But once, you know, Trog always comes through the vending machine right before the match.
Mm-hmm.
We know there are temporal displacement effects.
Yep.
Why doesn't he come through like a half hour before just to kind of like ground himself and get his bearings?
I think the answer is ring intelligence. You know, you got to know what you're doing in that ring. You got to know what the rules are. Big shoulder block. Hawk. Is he going for the pin?
This might be it.
This could be it. 1, 2, and 3.
It's all over.
You know, all things considered, it was a good showing by Trog and Barbarian. Better than I thought it would have
They
gone.
lasted longer than I thought they would. And Alex, I do just have to say as an aside, you know, the graphics work in this episode, outstanding. The way that the wrestler names look when they win,
Oh, you like that? Yeah, the
that
80s
is some
style,
quality
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
I have to give credit to the game for that one. I didn't make that, but I do love that 80s style. It reminds me of like the old school wrestling.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. And we talked about that because there's not much to say during the replay.
The Road Warriors maintaining their #1 ranking as they established last week, and this has been an episode
it.
of Manic Monday.
See
has.
you in Huntington.
Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Top rope.
Stars.
I should have replaced top rope.
Oh
there.
man.
That would have been good.
Well,
It's gonna keep going for a while.
I'm sure you'll remember it next time.
And as is required.